Hey, how's it going, everyone? Shuirozen here. Welcome back to another video on my Forever World series, Tea Time with Shuirozen. Feel free to come hang out with me, put this on in the background while you do some studying, some homework, play your own game, or you're just working around the house. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, do I have some stuff to catch you guys up on. Boom, thumbnail. Oh, it looks so good. I'm a little exhausted, so I do apologize if I sound a little quiet or worn out. It's about 11 o'clock at night for me right now, and I'm recording this after just an exhausting 3 days of work. So I'm going to do my best, try to bring you up to speed. My goal is to try to finish the roof on my house. Oh my goodness, I promise I want to get it done so badly. If you didn't see my last Tea Time episode 15 and a half, I got interrupted when I was trying to finish this, so I think I'm gonna try really hard right now to get it done. But so where to start? I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously, doing this stuff gives me so much joy and positivity to look towards when I get home from work after super long sucky day, so it really means a lot to me. But yeah, I think I just want to hang out and chat, chill and chat. Ooh. We're just chilling and chatting. This is, I believe, 7, 8, 7, 8. Oh, it's 9. Okay, anyways. Okay, so the saga does unfortunately continue with my work drama, Got one more here, and then should be able to go like this. And then but so fast forward. Oh, again, I would like to really apologize for no stream on Saturday when I normally stream. I was so bummed out I couldn't make it. I just I had to cancel it right before I was supposed to start streaming. Just life happens, some stuff came up that I had to, just take care of instead and prioritize over, a YouTube stream, which is all good. It is all good. I'm hoping to get back to it, come this next week, and then, we'll be good. It's all good at the end of the day, It wasn't, I wasn't putting work first, which is good. It was just life. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied with that. We'll try to mirror this on the backside, and talking and building is not my thing, guys. Let me tell you. Oh my goodness. But okay, so where do we start? Okay, so Saturday was fine. If you don't know what I do for work, why I have so many problems, I am the biggest supporter and team player that I know of. I've always been there for anyone, no matter when, no matter what, no matter what's the issue. I'm the one there, whether it be at 4 a.m. in the morning trying to fix a problem, or midnight, right? I'm always there, which is cool, that's I'm happy to be there and be a good team player for everyone around me. It's I take pride in that. It's important to me. And with my work, it sucks that nobody else feels the same way. I was having a really great conversation with a good friend of mine, Ben. Ben, I know you're watching this. Thank you for this conversation we got to have. It was so lovely. But, if I'm working with someone, right, and they aren't being a team player, am I still going to help them? Absolutely. Not a second thought, no questions asked. That's me. All day, every day. So, yesterday was Sunday for me. I don't know when exactly this video is going to be going up, but it doesn't matter. severely understaffed at work. And basically during the day, it's not okay to leave somebody alone running, the business for pretty much safety reasons, honestly, during the day. Big no-no. And at night, when you're just kind of cleaning up, wrapping things up, finishing out the day, it's okay. Also because the company I work for is super stingy on their labor. And they'd rather save money and just have one person close out the day than, two people for safety concerns. Even though low-key there was a stabbing across the street, I guess a couple years ago. And they still think, it's not needed. It's not needed, but well, what do I know, right? So, I guess we were understaffed yesterday, and my boss on the weekends is constantly on call. Any issues arise, if something comes up, they are the one that tends to it, Makes sense, right? Absolutely makes sense in my eyes. And normally this person would, and my boss has been here about a month now, so they are new. And they came from a different place, and whenever help is needed, they reach out to their personal friends, acquaintances, and previous colleagues to come and resolve the issue. Never them. They never come and resolve the issue themselves, which is what they are being paid for. So I noticed that the other day when I was working with somebody I've never met before, and I'm like, hey, where's so-and-so? My boss, Oh, they asked me to come in and do this for them. I'm like, okay. Like at this point, it's like, what do I care? It means nothing to me at this point, So, that's the kind of person they are, right? It doesn't sound like this person is a team player, and this is not like a diss track or anything against this person, right? I'm just purely trying to tell a story here, right? I'm trying to get a hold of this person, my boss. I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. Apparently, they had called me earlier in the day and was like, hey, I need you to do this, and this for me today. It would help me out. And I'm like, they were like, I have nobody here else to do it. And I'm like, well, I'm already gonna be there, right? So, sure, I might as well just do it. It's like, it's like a no-brainer. Like, I'm already there and I'm already pretty much doing the work. Like, yes, I will do it for you just so you have the comfort of knowing that it's gonna get done. Sure, right? Like I said, I'm the biggest team player. You need something, I'm your guy, right? And they're like, great, I'm trying to get somebody that will be able to come in and work with you and help you. That way, you are not running the business by yourself, because the business is open almost 24/7, right? And being alone for an entire afternoon for hours is a little unsafe. It's the weekend, I'm in the downtown area, right? Like, you just don't know, you just never know. So that's what my concern was. Oh my god, I swear my boss is texting me right now to come in and work tomorrow. I'm working 6 days this week. Oh my god. No, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. My boss texts me, quick question. If I could have another day off this week, what day off would I like? Because tomorrow is my one and only day off. Because I am scheduled to work 6 days this week. And I swear, I am not answering my phone. This is what happened last time I was recording. Oh my goodness. Interrupted my recording. I had to go back into work because my boss needed a mental health day. Even though I work 6 days, they work 5. They work a couple more hours in the week than I do, technically. Yet I still showed up and did their job for them. They got to have a 4-day work week. I did 10 days in a row, 6-day work weeks. No complaints, right? That's why it was episode 15 and a half, because I got interrupted during my recording. In case you missed that episode. Anyways, yeah, so that's what I mean, right? I can't get left alone because I'm the biggest team player they have. So what happened yesterday was my boss was like, hey, I'm so sorry this got a little jumbled. My boss yesterday was like, hey, you are probably going to be working alone for a little while. I'm trying to find somebody that can come in and help you. But, you will be alone for hours. I'm like, I don't have a say in this, and there's nothing I can do. This is above my pay grade. I don't have the the time or like the resources to find someone to come work with me, right? I don't have those that contact information. I don't have anything. I got diddly squat, you know? So I'm like, okay, I have to show up and do my job and do your job and everybody else's job today. What's new, right? It is what it is. Same day, different stuff, you know? Show up, and it was a disaster. Absolute disaster. I practically walked in and the business was burning to the ground. Not actually, no, it was okay, you know what I'm saying? But it was just a complete disaster. I was so behind on my work, like nothing got done during the day, you know? So I'm trying to play catch up. I'm trying to just put out, you know, fires and issues that had never gotten taken care of and stuff. So I'm like, great. So now I got extra work, and then I'm trying to do the work of 3 people because nobody here is working with me. And I'm like texting my boss. I'm like, hey, like I need help. Like this is not cool leaving me alone for so long. Like it's a safety concern. It's like in our like handbook that it is like basically everything I said is like dangerous. It's not okay. Don't care what the payroll says, right? There is enough payroll, you know, built in and intended purposes to make sure that nobody is left alone for these reasons. And if you are left alone or you send somebody home for whatever reason, the boss comes in and finishes the day out. Doesn't matter, right? They get the approved overtime, not somebody like me. I'm like asking my boss because I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, even though it wasn't my decision. My boss should be getting like fired for this decision, deciding to not help find the correct coverage for a shift because somebody was sick and called out, and then somebody decided like had to leave early and stuff. So I'm like, I'm missing people here that I can't do all of their jobs for them, you know? And my boss never ever responded to me. Never ever. So I'm like practically begging people to come in and help me finish out the day and get help. I was so exhausted. It was not fun, you know, and it's not cool. And I'm like, I'm not what's the word? I don't hold grudges or anything like that, you know? So I'm like, it's all water under the bridge at the end of the day, even though I'm not gonna be like that person that's like, you owe me an apology. But I'm like, you know what, an apology sounds pretty nice right now, right? You know, like, hey, like I realized what I did was sucky, you know, not responding to you, not answering you, not coming in to help. Like I said, they are on call, and if I ignore a call in, like when I'm the one on call, even though I'm always at work, always on call, regardless of what happens, you know, I've talked about this before. Yeah, I get in trouble. So it's just gotten so ridiculous, you know. That's why I'm really trying to just, you know, find different work. I'm trying to go back to school, you know. So I was like, yeah, I cannot believe I was like working, and I was like, I cannot like believe my boss is doing this to me right now. Like, you know, like refusing to get me help, not answering my texts, not answering my calls. I'm like, this is so awful, right? And going back to what my friend Ben was saying when I was having the conversation was, you know, there's no point in being a team player if no one else is going to be a team player. You know, at the end of the day, the only people I can count on at my job, because I'm in a leadership, managerial, supervising type position, right? I need to be able to count on people and hold people accountable, right? The only person I can count on is myself, and it's not a fun feeling. Like that really sucks in my eyes. I was literally like, I cannot believe I was hung out to dry, you know, if you know what that expression means. Like, see ya, you're on your own, good luck, you know, like that. And I've filled in and done like both of my boss's jobs before. You know, I've done it for a few months before. Like, I know what the work is and the responsibility. I would never ever do that to any of my teammates. You know, I mean, I respect them, and I don't want them to have to go through that feeling of what I went through. Like, I don't care what's happening. The place could be actually burning down. Could be threatened, which is pretty much like all of this stuff has happened before to me at various other jobs or at this job, right? I've seen a lot of stuff, a lot of crazy experiences and encounters. And I don't care about any of it, right? And it's really hard showing up day in and day out, doing the amount of work I do, the amount of expectations that are set for myself and no one else. Like, even last night, when the day was coming to an end, found someone to come in and finish out the day for me because I was like, hey, I'm going to get in trouble if I stay here any longer because I work 6 days a week, overtime's not approved, and on its unapproved overtime, you get in trouble, right? Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. And so this person was like, hey, I never ate today. I'm like, hey, look, I just clocked out, but like there's it's like I work in the downtown area. There's food places all around. I was like, hey, like go grab some food real quick. You know, I'll stay here and cover you and just hang out till you get back and you can come, you know, guard the business, right? And this person took it upon themselves to go drive off in their car, which I didn't realize, right? Because once they walk out the door, I can't see where they go outside of the building, you know? Drove off with the car and they're like, okay, I'll be back in like 20 minutes. And I'm like, what? Drove off in their car, went and like picked up like restaurant food and came back. And I'm like, I just worked off the clock for like 35 minutes. I was like, are you serious? And I can't be like, hey, I need my boss to adjust my time card because I can't do it manually for myself, right? And be like, hey, because, you know, so-and-so went and grabbed food. Like, I would have gotten myself and my other coworker in trouble. And I'm like, at this point, I don't care. I was like, I get to go home now, right? But you see how it's baffling. It is baffling. So just long day yesterday, and then like today at work, I was like, I have nothing to give. And I pride myself on like my work ethic, how hard I work, how committed I am to doing, you know, the best job that I am possibly capable of, you know. And I get a little frustrated with myself. I'm too hard on myself when I can't deliver the quality and work ethic that I know I'm capable of, you know. Like, I find it frustrating. So like yesterday was like, you know, a full day of work. And when I work 6 days a week, it's right, like I cannot exceed 40 hours. I get in big trouble, which sounds unfair and, you know, like crazy, like, but again, like the company I work for is just so corrupted. It's so bizarre, you know. Let's get a little freaky with it. Not like that. Like, let's see what we can make up right here. Some experimentation, if you will. Right, so you're just probably thinking like, how is this, like, this, all this stuff allowed? Well, you know, it's I guess technically a locally owned business. They can have kind of their own rules and structure. And when the owners of the business are on the city council, they are the most powerful people in my city, you know? And they know too much. They know absolutely too much about everyone and everything. So today was fine. They're like, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And I'm like, no, I can't, you know, love to, but no. And I wasn't doing it in a rude way. You know, I was like, hey, like I technically like start my coaching job, which I've talked about a little bit before, but I got asked to help coach a track team for a school that I went to, you know, I'm an alumni of. And I was like, absolutely, you know, I think this would be like a really great opportunity, you know, to do something that I was very passionate about. I used to be a really big runner and athlete, and you know, I have experience like working with kids, teaching kids more or less, but you know, it's something that I just love sharing a passion and helping, you know, the younger generation, you know, find an interest and love with, and just, you know, really empowering, you know, the kids of tomorrow to try to be, you know, better people than they were, you know, the day before. That's something I'm a really big believer in. So I was explaining, I was like, hey, like I have some stuff, I have to go out to the school, right? Practice doesn't start this week, it starts next week. But I have the responsibility of maintaining like the track and field, getting everything ready, getting new equipment and stuff. So pretty much every day I'm going to be out there meeting with I'm technically the assistant coach on paper, but my best friend that I'm going to be co-coaching the team with, his mom works for the school that reached out to us. So that's basically how he got the job, and was like, I have no experience running, although I have my, you know, best friend that does. Can we do it together? And like, yeah, absolutely, you know, just split the money. So that's what's happening, and I'm really excited about it, and it's been a lot of fun, and just spending time and hanging out with them. But stuff like that, right? It's 50-50. Whatever work I put in, I know my friend is going to do as well, which is expected, And I think that's important. Setting boundaries is important, and I am learning the drastic side effects of how important it is, because I have not done a good job setting boundaries with my boss. As you can see, as I'm getting a text at 11 o'clock at night asking if I will change my days off to come in and work tomorrow, and I'm not gonna. It was a beautiful day today here in California, 85 degrees. We're supposed to get rain for like the next week after tomorrow. And so I worked all day. I was exhausted, but I went out and tried to enjoy the rest of my day. My girlfriend was off, Lady S was off, so we were hanging out, having a good time. And tomorrow, my brother has a day off, so we had already planned to hang out and stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to let you guys interfere with, my life anymore, right? I'm over it. It's time for me to, get a life. And I kind of mentioned in my previous video how we picked up a new recruit, and they were wrongfully treating me. We'll leave it at that for legal reasons, even though I think I fully talked about it, how they found out my personal information that they shouldn't have had access to, but because of the people they know, they had access to it. It's a long, awful story, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. This looks okay, right? It looks not bad. Kind of different, kind of out there. That kind of helps. And they're like, hey, the company I work for has part-time and full-time positions, and this person is in high school, so they're a minor, they're under the age of 18, they have a work permit, and in California, you can only work if it's a school night. If you have school the next day, you can only work a maximum of 4 hours, and you have a curfew of, I want to say, 10 o'clock. I'm not fully, fleshed out on the rules because I don't really need to know them. They're like, hey, you're going to be working with him on nights, coaching him and showing him everything when there is, quote unquote, less work to do. Even though when I have to work late at night to finish out the day, it is a ton of work. Oh my gosh, it is so much work. I'm like, okay, no, I am not willing to do that for you because I'm coaching. And they're like, okay, well, we were kind of needing you to be a team player and take one for the team and help us out. I'm like, I'm committed to something before this person got hired. Okay, I told you, I gave you a heads up. I put in a formal request to change my availability that got approved, and you approved it, and here you are going back on your word, what was signed and written in stone, right? I need you to be the team player and let me have my life. So we had that conversation, and they're like, okay, I'm like, I'm sorry, I do feel bad. And they're like, no, don't. On Friday, again, I work 6 days a week. I'm only getting 1 day off. Friday was my day off, and I had a meeting at the school. I had to be there 3 o'clock when school got out. I was like, I can't miss this. I can't change it. This has been set in stone. I have the day off for a reason to go handle this. My boss calls me. Will you come in and do this and this and this for me? I'm like, no, 1, it's my day off. 2, it's this. Well, if I got you a different day off, would you do it? No, I have my school meeting. Okay, well, all you have to say is that, hey, I would like my day. It's okay to have a day off. But I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Don't put words in my mouth. That is absolutely not what I am saying right now. I have prior commitments, prior obligations, to go handle something that you are aware of, and it's not because I want the day off and don't want to work. Because I am just not working for you, it does not mean I am working, right? I'm not sitting at home, resting, streaming, playing video games, hanging out with my brother, my girlfriend, my family, whatever it may be, I am out and about, I don't get days off, really, and that's okay. I like filling my time. It is all absolutely my choice, to do the coaching job, to do the amount of work I do, that's me, I kind of always have to have something filling my time and my mind, just the way that I am, which I think is, it's okay, And they were just not understanding it and not respectful that I was like, I would love to, and not just understand that I'm like, I have a prior commitment that, again, you are aware of. And I don't want this tea time with Shuirozen to be filled with me complaining. Like, there is a lesson in here, you know. Like I said, like setting the boundaries, you know. I think just having basic respect from everyone around you is absolutely, you know, acceptable. Wanting that is acceptable. It's okay. And it's okay to be selfish if you're not getting the amount of respect and what you want and everything you need, you know. And it's just so frustrating day in and day out, the amount of time and commitment and effort I give only for it to be, you know, diminished and insulted by, you know, hanging me out to dry, not answering my texts or calls yesterday when I absolutely needed help, you know. And I'm around a lot of people, and when like everyone is noticing it, like, hey, Shuirozen, like, you are here a lot, like, you're always doing this, you're always doing that, why aren't you our boss? You know, like, you do so much for us more than everybody else does. And I'm like, yeah, but it's because I'm not willing to play the owner's game of babysit their kids, attend their city council rallies, and at that point it's beyond work. Okay, what do we think of the roof here? It's not terrible, but I can say that we finally finished the roof. I hope my friend Lucy would be proud. I took some inspiration from her. I think it looks not terrible. It doesn't look terrible. It doesn't. It really doesn't look bad. It's not half bad, you know. Oh, I don't know what that does. What button did I hit? How do you even do that? We need to do some more decorating on these sides here. But yeah, this series is meant to be like, get to know me a little bit better. What's my day-to-day life look like? I'm working on another video, like bouncing ideas back and forth. I don't script any of my videos, stuff like that, but I'm like, how do I generate the topics that I want to talk about, and the right way to say it is what I spend my time on, you know. I think right now it's dealing with the idea of emotional exhaustion. I've just been beyond tired since the year started, 2025, January. You know, like, the holiday rush has ended, you know, work is supposed to return back to normal. My daily schedule is supposed to return back to normal after getting through, like, you know, the holiday craziness. Like, you know, they call it the busiest time of the year for a reason, you know, and rightfully so, right? What if this was stairs? This strip was maybe stairs right there. And that feeling has just not ended for, like, today of recording this, it's March 24th. 3 months now, right? I think that gives it a nice subtle kind of cohesion. I'm sorry, my brain is not finding the words that I want to use right now. I'm sorry. That looks all right. But yeah, no, I apologize for how tired I sound and everything. I'm so bummed I haven't been streaming as much as I want, you know, and I'm so thankful I get to have the best community on YouTube in my eyes. Seriously, so understanding, so supportive, you know. And doing the YouTube, I want to be the person that was there for everybody else and keep my personal life away and at bay. And it's just gotten so crazy, so not out of hand is the word, but, you know, like, where, like, hey, like, I could use some support, and my community has, without asking, my community has been there for me, and I am just so internally thankful for everyone, especially everybody in my Discord server. Seriously, I am working really hard on finding a way to say thank you to you all. I would love to start my own Shuirozen SMP for anyone that wants to join, just where I can say thank you and you guys can hang out with me and play a game, and, you know, you guys get to have your own space and be a part of something with me, you know. To be completely free, I think I would, if I was to do something like this, and I'm trying to get it all figured out, like do research into ways I could set this up. It'd be free to join. I would have the IP in the Discord server. That way it's just not like random people finding a free server to play, you know, like, you got to join the Discord, and, you know, I would set up admins and moderators or whatever you want to call it. And I think it'd be a really awesome way I could spend some more time with my community. You know, that's why I do the streaming. I just love hanging out with my people. You know, my community. And another great discussion I was having in my YouTube comments on this previous video, my Forever World 15.5 went up today today's Monday, or like the end of Monday now. About how, you know, it's time for me to find a new job, and I am. It pays the bills right now, and that's all it is to me. I thought I wanted to further my career with them. I absolutely do not. I really don't. And it's obviously I've learned the lesson that, you know, nobody is here to support me. Nobody is willing to help me when I need it, time and time again, when I'm in a pickle. And there are very few times when I'm in a pickle, but it gets to a point where I'm going to get in trouble if I don't have somebody come in and try to help me get some of this stuff done. You know, and I ask for help and nobody answers, nobody responds. My bosses, just like I said, they leave me, they hang me out to dry. You know, they don't care. What if we did tiled fences or walls instead? Give it a little bit of a differentiation. I think that might be the look. Yeah, I think so. You know, and again, like I said, it just comes back to that I'm the biggest team player. I don't really think anybody else I work with is. Whenever somebody calls, I'm always the person there. There was a threat, I guess, late at night, and there was somebody there again by themselves. It's okay. Well, it's not really okay in my eyes. If it was my business, I wouldn't let somebody work by themselves, no matter what time of the day it is, you know, and regardless of gender, if it's a boy or a girl, you know, it's the same principle. It's the same, you know, safety concern. And they were by themselves. Sent a message into, like, we have like a work group chat with all the employees, and they were scared, and I called them up. I was like, do you need me to come right now? I was like, I can be there in like 6 minutes, you know. And they said they were okay. The threat was resolved. It was actually like a physical threat. Like, it sounded pretty scary, and it's intense. And I've been in those situations before, but again, I've been in those situations before, so I've kind of learned how to resolve them and what to do, when to do it, you know, before I need to be like, hey, like, I need somebody here now, you know. Not that, again, I'm not afraid to ask for help, but right, I've got more experience handling that stuff, and this person does not. This is, you know, they're relatively new here, right? They've never been in a situation like that before, so of course it's scary. I totally understand that. But I was the only person there checking on them. I'm not the boss. I don't get paid to. That person gets paid to go in and check on them and see that stuff. And did the owners care? No. No, they did not. It absolutely is time for me to move on. I think there's only one person that I work with that is thankful and appreciative and, you know, thinks the world of me, but like respects me. And they're like, you are a great role model, you know. It's really cool when I'm working with this person or hanging out with this person. It's kind of cool. I get to be like Shuirozen IRL, you know, in real life. I mean, I am, you know, but it's like, it's that same feeling I get when I'm making these videos, you know. So it's really, really cool. And this person's great, and you know, it's just been a lot of work lately. You know, I'm looking forward to my day off. We're gonna have a much needed discussion one of these days with my boss and setting up some boundaries of what, you know, is okay to ask of me, what is not okay to ask of me, you know. And I don't know if it's a battle I'm willing to fight about my boss not answering any of my calls or texts. And I feel like I've done a lot of rambling. Oh, gee, oh my god, this scared me. What's going on, buddy? Nautilus shell. Not sure what to do with that, but let me go ahead and I'll catch a snooze real quick. I would love to make these episodes longer and actually be more productive. I feel like I've also gotten a lot of comments lately. No hate or anything, but talking about like the comments about like this is a peaceful series, and I'm like, yeah, it's like my take on how I want to do you like quote unquote like a forever world, if you want to call it the trend or something, you know. I don't know. Just my place I get to come through, talk on my own, do the behind the scenes thing, talk about my day and, you know, all of that stuff. We put some windows in here, maybe. The mangrove for windows, maybe fences. You guys are a little loud. See how the fences work. And I think there's nothing wrong with playing peaceful. It's, again, this is meant to be relaxing for me. You know, I don't know if I want to be on the edge of my seat at 11 p.m. at night after a long day at work when I'm trying to, you know, relax and unwind and just talk about my day. Again, and I have a hard time playing the game and, you know, doing the commentating thing. I think it's just too much red. We need a different color in here. I'm not sure what that might be. Glass, if I do have glass, but Japanese buildings don't really use, I feel like, glass for windows. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's more something like this. I have some reference images on my monitor if that's what it looks like I'm doing. I'm checking my second monitor. The mangrove fences weren't terrible. We can go with that for right now. Still gives the same, like this, the look I'm going for. I just kind of wish it was a different color to change it up. Wish we had the like black fences, you know, not the walls, but just black fences. I did not want fence gates. That's how you know I'm too tired. I didn't want fence gates. No. Wait, shucks. How do you make a fence now? Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Nope. Okay, not that way. This way. There we go. Whew. Another benefit of live streaming is my chat can help me get through something when I'm struggling. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. Getting like the live feedback from my chat. So I gotta make it up to my frequent viewers. Come out to the live streams and support me and stuff like that. I owe it to them. Okay, interior will be coming soon. A second story, possibly. Right? Maybe push this down one? I don't know, but it's a start. Guys, settle down. It's okay. It's alright. It's not terrible. Definitely gonna work on the surrounding area for next time. Like the, you know, making it look nice and pretty and stuff. Maybe like a little garden. When I went on vacation and we went to a Japanese like botanical friendship garden, that's how I want to make like a little Japanese village inspired by all of that. I'm really looking forward to it. I think I have a lot of ideas, and again, my mission with this series isn't progress focused, it's storytelling, you know. But yeah, I think this is looking really good. I mean, I'm probably gonna end up, when I'm editing this, rewatching all this and being like, man, I wish I said this instead of that, you know, talked about this instead. But no, being left for dead, hung out to dry, you know, unsupported, not having a reliable team, right? It's not fair that they ask so much of me and aren't willing to give me the same, you know, the same, not effort, but the same help, you know. Why is it fair that I'm always the biggest team player if no one else is willing to, you know, want to be on my team, right? I don't get it. I don't. But I think it's time to call it. It was a beautiful day. As soon as I left left work, I walked out the building, you know, I was like, it is all behind me. No more work talk, right? I'm gonna go and try to enjoy as much of the day as I can, and I was so exhausted from getting up early, working late, such a long day yesterday, getting off late, and then having to show up early today. I like passed out on the couch as I was like eating, because I hadn't eaten all day until I got home from work and stuff, so I hadn't planned to rest, but I guess it was a much needed sign that I was a little tired. So I'm looking forward to enjoying the day off tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna enjoy the beautiful weather before it starts to rain here in California. Spend some time with some good people, work on some video ideas, you know, go out to the school probably. But I think Saturday, or this next Saturday, I'm gonna get back to my live streaming on the Neighbors SMP, and I took like a 3-day break from Discord. Again, I apologize. Just had so much going on. I was like, I can't try to juggle everything right now, you know? So I do apologize to you all. But thank you so much for watching, for listening, for being here, for hanging out with me. Seriously, it means the world, and I hope you found this somewhat relaxing. I've been told these videos are really relaxing and help people sleep, and they enjoy it. So that is awesome. That makes me so happy. So I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.